My new online course is out and on sale. It's called Deeper Worship Lyrics, and it's specifically designed for the worship songwriter. To celebrate the launch, we're going through my 10 Commandments of Worship Songwriting. 10 days of great tips and tricks for you to put into your next song. And even if you never bought the course, if you just follow these 10 commandments, I guarantee you your songs would improve, your lyrics would have more punch and power, and you would communicate more deeply with your audience. So let's look at commandment number 6. All right, yesterday's commandment was number 7. Do not tell people about your feelings, make them feel. Today's, number 6, cliches put your audience to sleep. Do not put your audience to sleep. So what's up with cliches? Cliches are the cruise control of speech. If you've got 17 miles of 65 coming, you're just going to hit cruise control and give your foot a rest and keep going. It's much the same when we're talking. So cliches stand in for original thoughts. And in conversation, that's fine because there's a lot going on in conversation and speech is only a part of it, right? If you could see me talking, you would see my hands moving. Maybe I'm leaning forward or leaning back. You'll see my eyes. If we're in dialogue, then your eyes are going to move. I will see your body language, whether or not your arms are crossed, if you're furrow brow or if you're actively listening. All of that you get in a real in-person conversation. Well, you don't get that in a song. Cliches grease the wheels of conversation. So when somebody's talking to you, they ask you a question, you weren't ready for it, you're having to respond. Well, you might throw in a cliche while you're actually thinking about, thinking and talking often happen in tandem. So you're talking out exactly what you think about a thing. You're working through something as you're talking about it. And that's totally fine. And lastly, cliches are for people in the know. So within culture, there's many, many subcultures, but you think about sports subculture, right? You'll hear commentators say, oh, that guy could play on Sunday. What does that mean? That's a cliche. Well, what it means is this football player is playing on Saturday because that's when college football plays football. But if he's saying, oh, he's good enough to go to the NFL, well, NFL games were played on Sunday. So when he says that guy could play on Sunday, okay, if you're in the know, you know what that means, right? It makes things go quicker and it's shop talk so that you know what we're talking about. If you know, then you know, right? And so that's why every generation, whether it was groovy in the 60s or bodacious in the 80s or, I don't know, dog water nowadays, every new generation is going to make up its own cliches. It's meant for that generation. It's supposed to sound dumb to your grandma. Right? Your grandma's not supposed to know about it because she's not, quote unquote, with it, right? That's what cliches are for in conversation. But here's the problem in speech. In song. Let's take a look at this worship song that I wrote. No matter what may come, you'll never let me down. You're always by my side. You are my solid ground. Do you know what this lyric is about? Right? Other than, another way of saying it's the faithfulness of God, there is nothing new here. There is nothing to see here, folks, because we didn't really break any new territory. We didn't have an original thought. Nearly every one of these is a cliche. And so it's all been said before. So it doesn't spark any new thoughts, new imaginations in the listener, because it certainly didn't spark any new thoughts in the writer. But here's the problem. Cliches in worship songs are worse than neutral. They're worse than bathwater because you are encouraging people to sing words to God without meaning. It didn't mean anything to you, the writer. You're just picking up what's on the shelf, to use another cliche. You're picking up something that somebody else wrote, years ago that maybe meant something back then, but it certainly doesn't mean anything now. And you've stuck it into a lyric and here we are. But again, nothing makes people think because these aren't thinking words. These are filler words that go in between original thoughts. Well, your job as a songwriter when you're crafting a song is to take those out and put in original thoughts. That's what we want, to bring something new to the table. So remember, cliches put your audience to sleep. Do not put your audience to sleep. Thanks for watching, and remember, there's much more in my full course, Deeper Worship Lyrics. It's on sale now, but only until the end of the countdown. So click on the link nearby to get access. God bless and goodbye.